it costs.
It's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock on Friday, June 10. Well, it seems that whatever the issue in Canberra now, it doesn't matter how many lies you tell, so long as the lies might get you out of a bit of trouble. The tragedy is when the media generally don't even identify the lie. Yesterday it was this Productivity Commission report on carbon dioxide tax, still called a carbon tax. That's your first lie. Wayne Swan waving it around, saying, here's a document which confirms that we're not leading the world by taxing carbon, read carbon dioxide, that there are 1,000 initiatives here in this document, implemented by 9 of our trading partners, why 9, I've got no idea, that confirm that other countries are taking action on climate change. Now this is the man dedicated, remember, to a carbon tax, but when he wanted votes from the electors, in the week before the last federal election, this is what Wayne Swan said.
Now, it's not possible that we're bringing in a carbon tax. That is an hysterically inaccurate claim being made by the coalition.
The man's the Deputy Prime Minister of your country, only trumped, of course, by his Prime Minister, who made it even more emphatic when she said,
there will be no carbon tax under the government I lead.
Well, as you know, I have been through the science of all of this, and I'll continue to demonstrate the hoax that it is. But as big a hoax is the argument mounted yesterday to defend a so-called carbon tax, that the rest of the world are doing it, and here's a document waving it around to prove it on the ABC everywhere, and Sky News, and then of course that unutterably stupid and ignorant dope Tony Windsor on the ABC saying he's completely convinced a carbon price is the cheapest way to reduce greenhouse emissions and it wouldn't mean that Australia was moving ahead of the world. To think that these people are being paid by us. Well, let me unearth the latest lie about the Productivity Commission report that Wayne Swan was waving around, justifying a carbon dioxide tax. Now remember what they're saying, because you're going to hear this all weekend, that there are all these carbon abatement measures, 1,000 of them, in countries which are Australia's trading partners. Well, the statement is absolutely meaningless. What matters is not what our trading partners are doing, but what our trading competitors are doing. It's easy for a trading partner who, for example, produces not much coal, which is presumably why they buy our coal, to tax emissions from coal mining. Such a tax won't hurt their industry or their economy. It is what our trade competitors are doing, which will reveal whether we're trying to lead the world or not. It's what our trade competitors are doing, which will reveal how damaged our exporters and our economy will be by a carbon dioxide tax. Not a word about that. Not a word about trade competitors from Windsor. He wouldn't know, of course. Not a word about trade competitors from Swan. He should know. Perhaps he doesn't, or knows, but a compliant media won't ask him those questions anyway. The Productivity Commission report of yesterday on this issue is a waste of time and money. It doesn't address the fundamental questions that have to be asked. Research by the Centre for International Economics has found that no major coal exporting country, and most major exporters of 13 other key mineral commodities, none of them taxes or has any plans to tax carbon dioxide emissions created from mining coal or mining those other commodities. And the gas miners have made the same point. In other words, what matters is the policies of our competitors, not our customers or our partners, our competitors. And here we've got headlines today, Windsor gives the tick to carbon scheme. We're not leading the world because our trading partners have all these little programs in place. Comparisons in any report worth 2 bob should have been made with our trade competitors, not our trade partners. How are we going to be able to sell our coal? Well, there's a massive tax on top of it when all our competitors don't have that kind of tax. Australia's coal competitors are not being taxed with a carbon dioxide tax. Australian coal producers will be. And even in Poland, where there is a carbon emissions tax on some commodities, even Poland does not tax carbon emissions from the coal mining process. Wayne Swan was throwing around the Productivity Commission report yesterday. He should have let it go. It belongs in the rubbish bin. And quite frankly, Swan, Windsor, Gillard and Co. on this issue of a carbon tax and a stack of others belong in the bin with it.